Sippers, I'm Renee.
I'm Martia.
And I'm Demetrius.
And we are Sip and Unwine, a true crime podcast. Hey Sippers, hey ladies, how are you guys doing?
Hey ladies, hey Sippers. I'm
back for another episode.
Yes.
That's right. Another True Crime Tuesday.
Yeah.
Love it.
If you guys are listening to us on Tuesday, and if you're not, you need to check us out every Tuesday where we have new episodes.
Right.
But yeah, so we're going to get right. I guess we're going to get right into it because, you know, what I like to talk about other than true crime is our drink, our featured drink for the week. So the drink this week, I'm going to tell you guys. Okay, so we had a girls' night. The Sip and Unwine ladies had a girls' night not too long ago. And Demetrius brought a drink to the group. It was, and I had to find it, Chi-Chi's Long Island iced tea. Wine. Mm-hmm. I was looking for it and I was trying to find, I was just like, I'm gonna get this one. We're gonna have this drink. And it's actually pretty good because I don't do Long Island iced teas too often. Like I used to do that when I was younger, when I didn't know no better. And I just was trying to just get drunk. You know, like you just want to get the strongest thing to try to, you know, prove yourself.
Right.
This little thing is actually good and it has quite a kick to it.
Yes, and it's a very small bottle with a punch. Okay?
Yep, and it's only like about 6 ounces. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. And the best part about it is, I'm not sure what the price is in your guys' everybody's neighborhood, but it's only $1.
Right.
So you can kind of pick up a few. So Demetrius, for the win.
For the win.
Yeah. So that is our featured drink for the week. So again, you know, just head over to our Instagram page or Facebook page and you can see a picture of it posted there. So if you can, you know, if you want to go try it out. And if you do, please, and we always ask you guys, please just tag us in your pictures on Facebook, Instagram, and, you know, so we can shout you guys out. And if you just have your other cocktail, that's just, you know, if you're drinking something else while listening to Sip and Unwine, True Crime Podcast, tag us. We would love to see those pictures. Sippers, I'm going to tell you. So we had a case. I have a case that I'm going to discuss, but it's a bit abbreviated, unfortunately, because there was some late breaking things that happened, but I'll get to it when we get a little further on. But what we're going to do is I'm going to just start telling you about this story. And I'm sure you guys heard it. And if you haven't, this is, should I say it's a doozy? I think it might be a doozy. This is kind of a doozy. It's kind of weird.
You know, I love my doozies. Let's do it.
Yeah. So this is a doozy. So we're starting in the year 1990 in Wellington, Florida. Marlene Warren was finishing her breakfast with her son and some friends on May 26, 1990, when a white Chrysler LeBaron pulled up into the driveway of her home. Someone dressed as a clown emerged from the car carrying 2 balloons and a flower arrangement. When Marlene answered the door, the clown handed her gifts, and Warren said something to the effect of, you know, oh, this is so nice, or, you know, how nice of you. And so once Marlene went to grab the items, you know, the balloons and the gift, the clown then pulled out a gun, shot her twice in the face, and walked back to the car and calmly drove away. So unfortunately, Warren died 2 days later in a hospital.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this case, but I just want to say, for me personally, a clown at the door would probably scare the shit out of me. Just, you know, I wouldn't even think that there's anything nice about it. I have a fear of clowns, and I know that that's a real thing that a lot of people have as well. Ladies, do you guys have fear of clowns?
I do.
No, I don't.
I do.
So Martia doesn't, but Demetrius, you do. Yeah. So you feel me how I feel like.
Only because this is backstory to it. Sippers.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, my only backstory to it is just they just look scary to me. They just never looked nice to me. Like they always looked like they're up to something. And it's just the makeup and all that. And I can't see their face and all that just has, you know, like really scared me. So getting back to this case. So the getaway vehicle was found in a local parking lot about 4 days after the shooting. So, you know, who do you turn to first? If you know, the wife got killed, you look at the husband, right? That's usually the kind of the first thing that you do. Well, Marlene's husband, his name was Michael Warren, and he was questioned, and he told the police that he was on his way to a racetrack in Miami, Florida, which was probably about 75 miles away at the time of the incident. So, however, the authorities quickly focused on a woman named Sheila Keen. And she was she was in the repossession business and worked with Michael, the husband, who ran a rental car agency. So they kind of went hand in hand, and he had used cars as well. So she did repossessions for him. And there's always rumors that, they was having an affair or something was going on with the both of them. But, of course, both of them denied it. So according to Marlene's parents, and Marlene is the lady who passed away, who got shot in the face twice. So according to Marlene's parents, that she was having marital trouble with her husband at the time, and also told her family that if something were to happen to her, Michael, her husband, would be the one responsible for it. It's so eerie when people say that out loud, like to people, if something happens to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, this person did it.
Right.
And it's just
like they foreshadowing.
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And it's unfortunate that they not usually, but they go back into that same kind of area with that person.
Right.
And sometimes, stuff happens to them, and it sometimes turns out to be that person. It's just really scary that you have that feeling and you have to tell somebody, but you still go back to the home with your husband. So then the witness, back then when, they did the investigation, witnesses, they said they saw Sheila, this is the car repossession lady that worked with the husband, that Sheila was buying a clown costume 2 days before the murder. And the store employee picked her out of a photo lineup. Also, employees at another store stated that an hour and a half before the shooting, someone matching Sheila's description came in and bought flowers and balloons similar to the ones found at Marlene's house, when they killed her. So a side note to people purchasing clown outfits 2 days prior to you about to do something in a clown outfit, and you kill somebody. It just seems kind of weird that you do that in your neighborhood store, because it's not like an everyday thing. Someone goes and buys clown outfits. So authorities also found orange yellow fibers consistent with the clown wig on the balloons at the scene. Similar fibers were found at the bottom of the black lace-up shoes that were recovered from Sheila's home. To further strengthen the circumstantial evidence, witnesses reported that the clown wore black lace-up boots. So it's kind of, fitting all the pieces is going back to Sheila. So also similar orange yellow fibers were found in the getaway vehicle, the white LeBaron, along with what appeared to be human hairs. So back then, human hairs back in 1990, they didn't have DNA and all that the way they have it now. So they couldn't do much with that then, but they just had the hairs. So Sheila and her lover, Michael Warren, because they got together publicly after the murder. Sheila and her lover, Michael Warren, were scrutinized by the detectives during the investigation, which allegedly determined that Sheila had worn a clown's outfit in a recent promotion for an auto parts store. So it's all kind of still connecting back together to Sheila, but no charges were ever brought in the case, and it just lay dormant until it was reopened by a sheriff's department cold case unit in 2014. So think about that. The murder happened in 1990, and then they reopened it in 2014. In 2014, the cold case unit reopened the investigation, and they retested the evidence, since they had more advanced scientific techniques by this time. So by then, Michael had actually married Sheila, and they were living in Virginia together. So they actually got married in 2002, 12 years after the murder. So I guess they figured, not to immediately get married right after the murder, but they were together since 1990, maybe even right before that. But they got married in 2002. So now she's his wife, which is even more crazier. So she ended up, they ended up getting married. Testing of the human hair from the getaway car revealed that it was also identical to Sheila's hair. Also, there was a deathbed confession by a family friend, John Warren. Before he died, he shared that a secret with his son, and it's, a junior and a senior. So I'm just going to call them junior and senior. So senior, the dad, senior worked with Michael Warren, the husband, back in the day. So now, the husband, he wasn't, squeaky clean either. It seems like, and I'm saying the husband, meaning Michael Warren, the lady who died, her husband. He was, he was a used car dealer, and I don't know, I just don't trust used car dealers. And it seems like like the saying, you don't trust a used car dealer. because
I've never heard that.
Really? You've
No.
never heard that?
No.
I've always seemed like they're just like, they're shysty, like they lie, like they're just trying to sell a car. I do not trust some people, but I guess that just might be me. But yeah, but I just know they always have a bad reputation. So he was actually arrested. The husband, he was actually arrested for odometer tampering, grand theft, and racketeering. Okay, so just to give you a little definition of racketeering, because it seems like we hear that a lot and a lot of people get caught up in racketeering. Racketeering is a type of organized crime in which the perpetrator set up a coercive, fraudulent, extortionary, or otherwise illegal coordinated scheme or operation, like a racket. We say that word a lot. That's a racket. At least I do. I think when somebody's trying to take advantage of me, to repeatedly and consistently collect money or other profits from this. So that's what he got charged with. So as a result of this new DNA evidence, Sheila, the new wife, was arrested in September of 2017, almost 3 decades later. Can you believe that? You get to be free for damn near 30 years.
That's terrible.
After something you've done like that. Yeah. So Sheila Warren was supposed to go to trial May 29th of 2020, but it was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So Sheila was initially facing the death penalty, but prosecutors announced that they would not pursue it after all. But her next trial date is set for June 3rd, 2020. So her attorneys have been fighting for a pretrial release because she's been in jail since 2017, but have been unsuccessful. So now, even though her trial is not started yet, a November 2020 court filing by the state attorney detailed the evidence that prosecutors plan to present during the trial. So they have a few things. They have 2 Publix. Publix is a grocery store. I'm not sure if they have it everywhere where people's listening to this at, but Publix, Publix, which is a great grocery store. 2 Publix employees will testify that a woman purchased the exact flowers and balloon ensemble found near the crime scene less than 2 hours before the murder.
I didn't remember back that far on a job like that.
I mean,
but anyway,
yeah,
I'm glad they remember it,
but that's also a part of this too. Yeah, that they do
it's
have.
Like me and you talk about what we sold folks at Eckerd,
right, girl?
How many years ago? We don't remember.
Like I remember, it was 30 years ago, and But yeah, and the grocery store was about a mile away from where Sheila lived at the time. So I guess the people knew her because, it was a neighborhood grocery store. She probably went there a lot. And they also had 2 employees at a West Palm Beach costume shop that will testify that a woman purchased a clown costume 2 days before the shooting. The customer told the employees that she, quote, needed enough white makeup to cover up their entire face and that the costume would be for a female. And also detectives located the LeBaron abandoned in a Winn-Dixie parking lot. Inside the getaway car, we already discussed that it had hair from the wig that matched the hairs found on Sheila's boots. So just before this recording, Sippers, the defendant's attorneys, citing several obstacles, said that they were unprepared to proceed with the upcoming trial that was set to start, in a matter of days. So it appears that the defense lawyers are struggling to find the witnesses 32 years after this murder. So just like you said, Martia, these, I guess they had these statements a long time ago, and it's been 32 years. So they're saying now these people are like in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and some,
that's the part I missed. I didn't know they had gathered those statements so long ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Mm-hmm. So now it's just, you have these statements from these people when you did the investigation a long time ago, but to pull them back now and, say Joe is like 85 right now. And you're going to ask him about something that happened in 1990 that, so they're kind of having a hard time trying to get these witnesses. And then there was some people that's not noted here that, just are deceased and, not here anymore since it happened so long ago. So the prosecutor didn't want the delay, but agreed to moving the trial back. So it's been delayed again, unfortunately. So this is the 6th time the trial has been delayed. So now with this, unfortunately, Sippers, they said that, with this being delayed, it might push this case back another 4 months or so. So I was coming to you guys with this story because I thought that we'd be able to follow the court case a little closer, and I would be able to report back in my next, And now it's being pushed back, but I still wanted to get this information out because I'm still going to follow up on it. It's just going to be, we just got to wait a little bit longer. How about that? So once it actually begins again, you can rest assured that I will come back, sippers, and let you know, because I'm so interested in this outcome.
I am too. I want to hear the outcome too.
Yeah, because I really think she's
a very
guilty.
Bizarre story.
Mm-hmm. I really think she's guilty, but I think the struggle will be the witnesses that's going to be able to place her, at the store that bought whatever she bought and all that stuff, and them to come and still make an identification of a lady 30 years later and say, yeah, I remember her, that she bought this. When, a customer is a customer in the store. You see a whole bunch of them all the time, and you're not going to be like, well, 30 years later, yeah, I remember that was her, because we, we age. So, yeah, so I will be coming back later with this one. So stick a pin in this, sippers, and I will have a part 2 once this goes to trial, or if, depending on how long the trial is, I might just come with an update after it's over to see where she is. But I think she's probably going to get off on this one. Actually, thinking if they can't nail her with a lot of the witnesses, maybe the DNA.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the DNA will be able to get her, but we'll see though. But yeah, so that is the case of the killer clown. So that will be my part 2. So look for that as well on my on the episodes that we have labeled that come out. It'll be a killer clown part 2 or continuation of that one. All right, sippers. So now let's swing over to another segment that we call, and I put this in the messy wind down. This is my kind of messy wind down, but it's kind of random and weird, but not weird really. So I'm going to ask you ladies, Demetrius and Martia, would you fight a kid?
Is this a real question?
It is. Would you fight a kid?
I used to joke back in the day, I fight babies, kids, grandma.
Oh, not the babies too?
Well, bite them back, but that was me back in the day.
And so I wouldn't. You've changed. You've changed.
I've matured quite.
You've evolved
quite efficiently.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Martia.
Yeah, I've had the feeling like I would want to, but no, not in real life. How about you?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I've come close to not fighting a kid, but you give them that stare that I will you up.
Right.
But no, I wouldn't hit a kid. I don't think so, at least. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't hit a kid. Had to think about it. But let me tell you what Mamie Smith and her daughter Whitley Smith did.
Did you say Mamie?
Mamie. And her name might be Mamie. I'm gonna say Mamie. I like Mamie, but it might be Mamie. Mamie. She's 67. Her daughter Whitley, 37. So keep those ages in mind, 67 and 37. Okay. Both of them are from Sumter, South Carolina. They were charged with third-degree assault by mob and disturbing schools. So both of the women went to Ebenezer Middle School in Dalzell, I think I'm pronouncing that city right, Dalzell, Dalzell, to confront a child who they accused of bullying a family member. So on this day about 2:30 p.m., the school's resource officer called the sheriff's office for backup in reference to a fight. Investigators said that the Smiths, the two ladies, went to the school, buzzed the front door for entry, and told the school staff that they needed to go to the attendance office. So, they just let them go. So once they got inside the building, these two women ran down the hall, confronted a student.
Wait a minute.
Pushed the child against the wall, then hit and scratched her in the face and head. Like, they really tag team. And they got this little child. And I don't even know the age. They didn't put the age of this child, but they just said it was a child. So, and then another student that was in the hallway was also pushed and hit. And a third student was also assaulted before the school resource officer and the staff were able to detain the two women.
Dang.
Like, they were really about it.
Wow.
They were really about it. So this is, middle school. So middle school is what, about age what
Ooh,
was it? 10, 11, 12?
There's so much to say to that.
Yeah.
I wish a grown person would.
Girl. Yeah. So bond for both of the women were set at $10,000, and it's unknown if either of them had an attorney who can speak for them. So they didn't have, any kind of statements. So if they get convicted on the assault charges, each woman faces a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison, while a conviction of the misdemeanor charge of disturbing schools is punishable by a maximum of 90 days in prison and $1,000 fine, which isn't very much. It's like, I can do that, in my sleep, 90 days. Okay, if I want to fight somebody, but so,
wow.
Yeah. So my question is, if you had a family member that you say your daughter, your niece, or somebody was getting bullied, would you go to the school to fight this bully? Does that change anything or no?
That's not my battle.
Yeah, I still couldn't see myself running up on a kid. I'm sorry. Like,
because all of us have
even
daughters.
though I feel like I would want to. Yeah,
so
I would probably be mad enough daughters. It would go through my head, but I ain't running up on no kid.
If somebody in middle school was bullying your child, I mean, it just depends on the level of bullying that you're doing.
Yeah, maybe that part. And if they came after me, I don't know. I'd probably have to trip them up, knock them on the ground or something, because some of these kids are buck at the parents.
Right.
That's true.
So I think it really depends on the situation.
I mean, I wouldn't do it at the school, though. Like, if I was trying to handle some stuff, I don't think I wouldn't hit a kid. I wouldn't do it, actually. I'm just playing, though. But like, thinking in real life, I wouldn't, because I know I'd go to jail, and I'm not made for jail. But I don't know why they would go to the school.
That jumpsuit is not for you, right?
It's not for me, nor
it does not coordinate with the hair.
Girl, neither does
everybody got it at the school. That's what's tripping me out. Like, y'all done beat up on everybody though.
Yeah, kids, like they really got other kids. They hit 3 people. Like, they can probably gonna get sued. I mean, I'm not sure how much. Well, I'm not gonna count their pockets, but I mean, come on. I mean, doing some stuff like that. But I mean, they really went after the student. I mean, think about it. They pushed the child against the wall and then hit them and scratched her in the face and the head. Like, I don't know how livid I would be if somebody went up there and did that to my child, though. Bullying or not, depending on what she did. But we'd have to do something. I don't know. I think I might.
All out war between the parents for sure.
Yeah. But no, I wouldn't have gone to school to fight. I would go to the parent and talk to the parent, because sometimes, parents usually don't know.
Right. I'm more of adult to adult with that situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, they were about it. But can you imagine this lady almost 70 years old? She's 67 years old.
And her daughter almost 40. Like, when you said adult, I'm thinking, they probably in their 20s, 25 or something. But no. They old.
No, this is like a 70 and a 40-year-old almost. I can't imagine almost 70 years old trying to fight some little kid. Like, child, okay. But that's that story. So sippers, we're having a Spill the Wine segment. We haven't had one of those in a while. When was the last time we had those, lady? A sip and unwind.
It's been a minute. Spill the Wine. It's been a minute.
I think I did the very last one. It's been a minute.
Yeah, so what that means is, sippers, you guys have not been sending us information, sending us questions or anything. And those who are new to us, our Spill the Wine segment is just when you write us and just, toss out a question. If you have a question for us, a relationship, usually they're about relationships, but if you can send it about something else, if you just want us to answer and get our perspective. And what you'll do is you can email it to us at sipnunwine@gmail.com, or you can just get in our DMs on Instagram, or send us a message on Facebook, and we will, answer them on our show, and you will get our perspective. But let me get this question. And this person, it's kind of, I have to change the words a little bit.
Okay.
Because it's not, well, our show isn't really kid friendly.
It's not kid friendly.
Not really kid friendly, but I still don't want to read these words, some of these words.
Okay.
So I'll say, the title is My Boyfriend's Peen Smells. You guys, you understand what that is, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm saying peen. Okay. So it says, my boyfriend's peen always smells bad. He showers like once a week too, and it's stopping me from wanting to touch him intimately. He's blaming me and calling me boring because I tell him no, but it's actually his fault. I'm too scared to say anything because I don't want to make him feel bad or insecure. I also want to protect myself too, in case it starts making me smell too. I'm very hygienic and I'm uncomfortable with giving him head or having sex. How do I say it to him or bring it up without sounding like a bitch? He's 25, by the way, so I don't think that I should tell him to keep clean down there because he should already know. What should I do? For one, if you're with somebody who only washes once a week.
Yeah, she kind of lost me or whatever on the whole. He washes once a week, but she's very hygienic. How in the world did they get together? She must have found that out like way later in their relationship or something.
I got the answer.
What you got?
Girl, leave.
Oh, well, let's say she wants to stay. What else should she do?
No, ain't no.
There's nothing around it. No.
If you're that old and you're not taking proper care of your own body, why have to train you or show you how to properly do that?
So you don't think in a loving way she can tell him that he smells and he needs to start washing?
No, because he's not going to think he has a problem if he's been smelling like that for this long.
Demetrius just cut it down, right?
Yeah, that is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
So what's your advice, Martia? Do you think she should leave too?
I don't like telling people to leave their
I'll tell you to leave, girl.
Demetrius
you know what? I'm going to say leave. And if he come back and say, I'm going to properly take care of my skin, my body, my hygiene, then you can take him back.
But she probably won't even tell him that that's the reason why that she's leaving if she can't even tell him that he smells. So I'm saying she wouldn't leave him and be like, because you smell.
Leave a letter.
So he won't know.
Leave a letter.
Why? So he'll smell good for the next girl? No, let him stink for her too. That'll be her problem. I ain't gonna give you relationship advice on the next one.
Yeah, well, just leave a letter.
Dang, Demetrius just cut you right down.
Yeah, I think that's disgusting.
She don't play.
Like I knew of a coworker. This is years ago. He never brushed his teeth. Like
what?
Yeah, he said he didn't believe in brushing his teeth. He felt
said never brush his teeth.
That's what he said, and you could tell by the the tartar build up on his teeth, and and he's just like, I don't believe in brushing my teeth. Takes the taste out of the food. Like, dude, you're taking the taste out of my taste right now with your hot breath. But at the end of the day,
so what, you guys asked him about it or something? How'd that come up?
Well, we just complained to the manager.
Oh, dang.
And the manager said, if you don't take care of your hygiene, I'm gonna have to put you on leave because you're interrupting the workflow. Mm-hmm. That was years ago. I don't know how people handle that department now, but yeah, he didn't believe in breath. So I think, if you're at that point and you smelling, come on.
How does he still have teeth? Goodness, that's so nasty.
I don't know.
I mean, don't all that stuff build up and that ruins the taste of food too? He doesn't see it that way?
I don't know. He just didn't believe in brushing.
Okay. So back to this stinky peen. So my advice, because I'm a little more caring than Demetrius, I would say just have a talk with him. And just like when you go over to his house or wherever he is, I don't know if you guys stay together or not. I'm going to assume that you guys don't. I don't know. We'll just assume that you guys don't. When you go over there, so just like if you guys are about to be intimate, you just give him one of those, ooh, you better wash that first, or something like that. Or let's take a shower together. How about that, Demetrius?
Something I thought about. Yeah, let's take a shower together, because otherwise I don't have any advice on how to suggest that someone you've been kicking it with for however long it's been, you haven't been able to tell them anything until now. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Demetrius, can they take a shower together? How about that? Is that
no, girl, no. Okay. You don't need that.
And after,
I'm trying, girl.
Like, it's probably gonna take more than just one shower to get rid of it. I don't know, but it's probably fungus and who knows whatever else going on.
Have you guys been with somebody whose peen stunk?
No.
Because I'm trying to think, like, I don't know what that is. Like, what is?
I don't know
what does that mean?
No, never. And if I had, I wouldn't tell you on this show, but never.
Oh, that's funny.
Now that was funny, but I'm holding my laughter to after the show.
But I'm just wondering, like, I don't know, like, what that, because I, the smell of like sweat, like, sweaty balls and stuff like that, but not of somebody who only washes their ass once a week, because it's not only their penis things, they got to be their booty hole too.
It's connected.
I like clean nails. Like when I see different people, I'm always looking at their nails. Like, I'm not even gonna get like nails and ears. I'm always checking out people's ears and nails. And I don't see how you can sit down and have a date with somebody that's got dirty nails or like wax, coming out their ear. So like I say, I know she's saying that she is super clean. And that person only bathes once a week. But my thing is, how did she get past that in the beginning? That's kind of, I don't know, I'm questioning her.
Yeah, maybe she didn't get that close to him in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
You're so sweet.
I'm trying, girl. I'm trying. But maybe she didn't get that close to him in the beginning. So, you can kind of hide it a little bit in the beginning. You're not really doing, because I'm thinking, he's 25, so she's probably young too. So, I'm trying, girl.
I remember one time I was watching this show and this guy and his wife were going through it, and he tried to like talk bad about her, and he was like, she didn't even she had dirty nails. Like, he was basically talking about her hygiene and a few other things he said. And I was sitting there like, I was judging him. Like, you talk about her now, but y'all was together. Like, that speaks volumes about you.
Okay. Well, honey, because I know you came to your aunties, because it seems like you're a little younger. So you're kind of, and you might want to take advice from Demetrius, because I'm trying.
I don't know. I just don't see him like, he might take it as an insult. It might go left. It's different possibilities with that.
But if you're 25 and I can see if you're 25 and you don't have like a girlfriend and you're not trying to get head from her and you're not trying to do all this other intimate stuff and you don't wash and whatever, okay, you're just nasty. But if you have somebody who you are trying to get close to like that, and it still doesn't occur to you to shower, I just think that's, common courtesy. It's just rude for you not to. That
should be like your phase of your relationship where you're just trying to impress. You throw on a cologne and want to smell like the soap stuff or the body wash you purchase,
Yeah.
So, girl, write a letter. Yeah. Pack your stuff.
I think I'm leaning towards Demetrius's way of thinking now. I'm just like, yeah. Like Marcia says, I wouldn't tell you to leave. But
right.
I don't know. I don't think that's going to get any better. And hygiene is important. You can get all kinds of, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about if he cooks food and stuff, he probably doesn't wash his hands very often either. I
don't know. Now you about to bring open that's a whole different subject now.
I know. I'm just going down a rabbit hole now, because I'm just thinking, ew, like, how are you gonna be dirty and you like cook food and stuff? Do you cook? Ugh. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, he just doesn't seem very hygienic. So, and if you're as you say, a very hygienic person, stay that way and get away from him, or just don't swap fluids. Don't get that close. Be a buddy. How about that? I'm trying, y'all. Is that working, Cypress?
I see you are trying.
I'm trying not to be so hard on the kids, but yeah, that might be, that's a tough one. So I'm a just let you handle the best way you can. We all gave you a little bit of ways to go about it. So I guess whichever one works best from you.
But my advice is the best.
I think it might be, but I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I'm going to just be like, just try to work with it a little bit and
I guess work it out, girl, and have a conversation. If he's not open to your suggestions or anything that you may tell him and he feel offended, then that's when you can just, pack your bags or just end the relationship, because you don't want to deal with that. If you don't want to smell your own body odor, I know you don't want to smell his constantly.
I know.
Especially if you're intimate or
right.
Just, yeah. All right. Well,
best of luck to you, though. But you still have a whole lot of life ahead of you. So, there's a whole bunch of more guys out there in the world. Have fun. How about that? That's kind of positive, right? I'm trying.
That's
a little positive. Okay,
that was positive.
Awesome. Well, on that positive note, sippers, we've come to the end of the episode, and we have to leave you guys for just a little bit, just until next Tuesday.
It's over already?
It's the time to go. So, we try to come here, spread joy for some people. We do talk about heartbreaking stories, and we do send our condolences to the families, and we want to, we kind of champion the prison system. At least I do. So I think, I love those.
I can't wait for an update on this.
When people get their just due on stuff that they've done bad. But I'm going to follow up on that story, and you guys look out for it. But again, it's going to be a few months. So even if you're picking up this Sipping and Wine a little late in the game, and you're seeing this, and you're hearing this episode right now, and we've already done an update, gone over to that, because we're just going to keep rolling. I know people find podcasts months after, years after, and kind of binge listen. So
and then they can add in what we didn't include.
Yep. So until next time, sippers, we will talk to you guys later, and thank you for all the support. We see you guys out there. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies. Bye, sippers.
Bye, ladies.